Welcome to sunny England, everybody. To those of you basking in Mediterranean heat waves, this is England, early August, and it's pouring with rain, causing us to do one of the most disconnected connected car movies we've made so far. We've been struggling to complete a movie about the Ateca SE technology, 2-litre TDI, 4-drive, 150 PS. There'll be all sorts of continuity errors in this movie because we've been filming when it's raining, not raining, in the car, out of the car. But hey, you deal with the cards as they're given you. So the Seat has a list price of just over £27,000 with a few options including the convenience pack, keyless entry, connectivity hub and a rear view camera. It comes in at just over £28,000. Comparing spec for spec and like for like, that's a little bit less money than a Nissan Qashqai, which has dominated this part of the market for some time. But this is connected car, so let's take a closer look at the Ateca's infotainment and connected systems. As you can see from the display here, we have a touchscreen. The main menu options are presented by a series of icons, 8 out of which are replicated by buttons on either side of the screen. Now it's slightly confusing in the way that some of them are described because telephone here is phone here, vehicle here is car here, but they take you to the same screen. Radio is fairly straightforward, as you can imagine. Telephone, my phone is paired with this car. The process was very straightforward and simple, as should be the case these days. The phone system allows us to handle our text messages. If we go in here, check our inbox, see we have some messages, we can select a message, we can read out the message, and we can reply. Just a quick reply, 9. Okay, that. I can check it and read it out. And send. Going back to menu, we have a traffic system. This will give us traffic reports on a local or national basis. We can scroll down these using the bar at the side here. We can go back to the menu. Of course, the navigation app is one of the most vital systems, and we have a fairly straightforward nav display. The push buttons disappear after a while, but this is quite a clever system in that it senses when your finger is getting close to the screen and brings them back on again. Let's go to 3D. And as you would expect, you can move around, pinch, and straightforward stuff. To enter a new destination. One slight foible with this system is if you want to enter a postcode. Go to city, and this is where you enter a postcode. The UK postcodes start with alpha characters, whereas your first option here is numerical, so that's slightly odd. Start the destination, calculating routes, and then we have a series of options as to which we might want to choose, and as you can see, it's picking up traffic and roadworks information to help us make our decision. Images allows us to pull images off source files we may have in the car, whether it's a tablet or an SD card. But another anomaly is that some screens have back screens, others don't. That's common to quite a few car systems actually. So for example, from this screen we have no back screen, so all we can do is go to menu. The vehicle allows us to view various elements of information about the car, with options including sport information, so we can have turbocharging, G settings, kilowatts. Usual options in system settings, allowing us to configure the screen, set time and date, the language we're using, additional keypad languages, what units we want everything to use, and then data transfer for Seat apps, which is presumably to allow the car to be updated. Of course, we may want to use Android Auto so that we can use apps that are on our phone. The phone is connected to the car via a USB cable, and Android Auto is enabled. Here we have Waze, the community data sourced navigation app. At the same time, if we wish, we can swap here and use Google Maps. If we select the phone option, we can check voicemail, dial a number, check call history, missed calls, etc. Back to the main menu, and if we look at the audio section, press the button and it takes us to Google Play Music. Again, press the button again and we see what our other options are. Spotify is enabled on my Android phone, so let's choose Spotify, and we can pick up a track that we're playing on Spotify. If you are using Waze navigation in the background, it will overlay instructions as and when needed on top of the Spotify or other Android Auto app. Being able to use apps like Waze navigation on the car's screen is a big step forwards. From recent meetings with both Waze and the Seat Connected team, we know the two companies have worked closely together to make this work. A number of the infotainment and connectivity functions are replicated on the main display between the two dials. This display allows us to scroll through various functions, driving data, assist systems, navigation, audio, telephone, and vehicle status. Down on the center console we have a rotary knob that allows us to select between driving modes. We can choose between Eco, Normal, Sport, Individual, Off-road and Snow. So how would we sum things up? Well, this is a stylish and convenient car that's well made and easy to live with. It's not fast or sporty, but it has safe, benign handling and has been averaging about 35 miles to the gallon during its time with us. The navigation and connected systems are comprehensive and offer a lot more than most people are likely to use. You can tell a lot of development has gone into implementing these systems. The onboard nav and systems work fine, but in this segment support for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and MirrorLink is impressive and should be appreciated by Seat's youthful customer base. Like most of today's connected cars, everything in this car does work, but it is complicated. There are one or two anomalies, small things, although I did have my phone freeze completely at one point and had to completely reboot the whole system. And at one time switching between options on Android Auto caused Spotify to disappear off the system altogether, and we had to come back in and start it all up. Will consumers want to deal with this? I don't know, it remains to be seen. I've not yet seen a connected car that offers true ease of use and bomb-proof accessibility. This is not limited to just Seat, it's pretty much every connected car we tried. But it does make you wonder how aware the OEMs and Tier 1s are about this. Overall then, the Seat Ateca looks good, especially in the funky burnt orange colour that I hoped this press car would arrive in, but it didn't. It drives well, it offers a lot of tech and it will suit many families. In a sea of look-alike SUVs and crossovers, the Ateca stands out.